Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Medina. It's my first video ever, so please bear with me. Yeah, so that's the disclaimer right there. But I've been wanting to talk about transformation um, because I've been going through my own transformation, and I feel like it's done. But this thing about transformation, I feel like everyone is going through a change in their lives. They're ending things, even not just on a personal level, but a collective level. The world is going through, some type of transformation. And at the end of this video, I'm going to hit on that a little bit, and especially what's happening here in America, the United States of America. And I want to talk about the Pluto return, because that's what America's having, is a Pluto return. So in this video, I just want to focus on, talking about transformation, what it means, and I wanted to speak of the energy of transformation, right? Because we live in a world of energies, and I want to talk about the energy that is death. Not in a physical sense, but in a spiritual sense. Okay. So what is transformation, right? What is the definition of transformation? So when you look in the Webster Dictionary, the definition of transformation is to change form, shape, or appearance. And I think the key word in this definition of transformation is change. So keep that in mind, change, right? And what is to, excuse me, and what is to change, right? The definition of change is to make different, to alter, to replace with something else, something new, or to undergo transformation, right? Change, right? So let's get into some examples. As above, so below, as within, so without, right? So we're all in this together, right? Everything under the sun, everything that is living goes through a transformation. I mean, think about, the seasons. Fall transitions into winter. Winter transitions into spring. But, in the fall time, the leaves, they turn yellow. It seems like everything's dying, right? And then, fall transitions to winter, and then, everything is dead. But that has to happen, because in spring, new life comes, right? Okay. So, right. And even with like human beings and animals in winter, bears, they go hibernate, and then yeah. So transformation is a process of growth. It's an alteration of the mind. And if I keep looking down, I'm looking at my notes. I have to have notes, because like I said, this is my first video. I would just start rambling and I'll forget things. And if I try to be too perfect, I'll never put this video out. So I'm just bear with me here. Okay, so to transform is a process of growth, right? It's an alteration of the mind, a renewal, a rebirth, a cleanse. Yes, so I've had many transformations throughout my life. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But like I said, everything under the sun, everything that is living here on this earth goes through a transformation. So even a rock transforms. It cannot stay the same, right? Okay, so let's talk about the snake shedding its skin. Okay, so the snake, sheds their skin to grow and remove parasites. So that's a form of transformation, right? Okay, again, this process is not easy, nor is it comfortable for the snake, but let's get into the caterpillar. You know, it spins itself into a cocoon, right, to start its metamorphosis, its transformation. It literally kills itself. It destroys itself, literally, to birth something new here. Okay, and again, this process, if you ever looked on, online at the, and you saw some pictures of, how the caterpillar becomes a butterfly, it's nasty. It turns into like this ooze inside the cocoon, but it's transforming. Something's happening on the inside, and like I said, about the rock transform. It turns into a diamond under a lot of pressure, a lot of heat, get your diamond. And again, all of this is not a pretty visual or comfortable process, because to transform something has to change. To transform something has to die. Death. To change, you have to let go of something in order to let something in here. But let's keep going, because we're all connected. Everything is connected. So, think about the human body, how the body goes through, certain transformations, certain stages, as they grow physically. So, you go from birth to an elderly person and, a senior citizen. You go from that infant to that toddler, the kid, the teenager, and so on. And within these stages, this process, you have growing pains, you have puberty, you get acne, all of these things, are happening, so uncomfortable, going through those physical changes. Yeah. So, speaking of that, so now we're coming back to like the transformation. Okay, we already know what transformation means. We know what change means, right? Everything under the sun goes through, a process of transformation. But what is that energy? What is that energy? And that's what we're going to explain here. And yeah, so to get a better understanding of transformation, self-transformation, I want to speak on the energy that surrounds us when we choose to or get pushed onto the path of transformation. Because sometimes you don't voluntarily go on this path of transformation. Sometimes, God pushes you, because you're not, like I said, I had many transformations. So I went through many cycles of going back to the same bullshit. Like, hey, what the hell is going on? But I wasn't aware, I wasn't conscious of, what was going on around me. I wasn't aware that I had to, let go of some of, some old beliefs, had to let go of some people, but we'll get into that, right? Okay, so the energy of death, and how I'm going to explain it is, I'm going to use tarot, because tarot, and the reason why I'm going to use the major arcana, death, is, the number 13th in the tarot. And I'm just using it to talk about the archetypes, the different energies that surround us. And, so you could just get a better understanding and look at the visuals and the symbolism in the card. Just don't think about anything else, anything taboo that you know about tarot. Please, just leave that alone, okay? So this here, if you can see, it's the death card, right? And I just want you to look at it for, a couple of seconds here. See, you have like that Grim Reaper thing going on. You have the skeleton, death, but just look at the symbolism of it. Look at, even though he's bones, is representing death, but look at that flower that's growing on the inside, that's coming out on the outside, and have that bee right there, that's life, coming from death. And look at the snake. You see the snake? Like I said, shedding of his skin, getting rid of those parasites. Us as human beings, we also have parasites, those energies that want to stay attached to us when we're elevating, we're going to a next level, we're ascending. So we have to shed that old skin, to remove those, lower vibration parasites, But yeah, so death in the tarot is an energy of endings, of letting go, releasing, changing, transformation, right? And it's also the energy of failure. And like I said, I've been through many transformations because I wasn't aware, like I was going through a test. God will test your rebirth, your renewal. So you can go through this transformation, have a death, let go, but then you probably still holding on to something, and then you're going to go through another death because you haven't let that go. But anyway, all right. So death, see it better here, is all about letting go of attachments, releasing. Okay? But the good thing about death here is when you're letting go and releasing, the fear comes up, right? Because you're letting go and you're releasing everything that you ever known. Okay, but I just want y'all to pay attention to the sun that's rising in the back. Yeah, you're going through this transformation. Everything is dying around you. You're releasing stuff. You're letting go. Everything. You're afraid. You're scared. But look at that sun in the background. Once you let the old go, the things that are no longer serving you, hey, this too shall pass, and something new is going to be rebirthed. Something new is going to come. Okay? All right. So, like I mentioned before about something having to change or die in order to transform, it means that in the energy of death, which, hey, you call it the dark night of the soul, but that's something that I have to make a whole nother video about because that's really deep. There's a lot of energies there. But to get to that better version of you, to get to that better life you envision, you have to get to the peace and abundance that you seek. You have to go through this energy, baby, of death. Okay. So in order to get to that, you have to let things die, to end around you, and on the inside, you have to alter your mind, you have to alter your consciousness. Not only do you have to work on, the physical, the material around you, letting that go, but you also have to, let go of the past, let go of the old beliefs, habits, identities that are no longer resonating with you. and delaying your growth. So for example, let's talk about relationships. Relationships, either romantic, uh, you know, family relationships, platonic, just, you have a best friend, for example, you have this friend for years. For years, that's all you know. That's your friend, but let's go back. Okay, so let's talk about, when it comes to death and, endings, fear comes up. You fear change. Everything's different. You don't know what's gonna come. Like, oh, everything around me that I ever knew, I have to let go of, or I'm afraid. The hell is this? You know. So going through that process, yeah, that's gonna come up. We're human. We have these emotions, right? We have the emotion of just we have emotions, right? But anyway, for an example, you say, oh, I'm afraid you don't want to end this relationship with my friend because that's the only friend I've ever known. The fear of ending this relationship, or the fear of changing the dynamics of the relationship, which, you might want to set boundaries. Maybe you're the giver in the relationship and they're the taker. And they never set a boundary for taking. And you never set a boundary for giving. But, when you're going through those changes, and death, that process, you have to, right? So if you don't get rid of, the relationships that's, delaying your growth, that you no longer resonate with, it's not serving you anymore in a positive way, it's just serving you in a negative way. You have to change the dynamics. You have to end certain things. You have to alter it. Okay, you have to set up boundaries in order for, your soul tribe to come in order for new friendships that resonate with you, that don't delay your growth. Okay, so that's just an example. All right. And, one thing that I want to pinpoint on is, okay, Medina, how do I know if I'm going through, the energy of death or transformation? Well, from my experience, everything around me seemed to be ending. Like, I was losing jobs, I was, losing relationships, I wasn't resonating anymore with, close friendships, or, relationships in my family. I started seeing a lot of frogs. Like, I remember one time it was a frog in my car. It was a frog on my window my car window, and I'm like, why am I seeing these frogs? Like, what does this mean? So I looked up, I Googled it, and I looked up the spiritual meaning behind, like, if you're seeing frogs, and it means frogs, the symbolism for it is to cleanse. I was going through a cleansing, death, right? I was being uprooted. You see the soil? Death. You're no longer going to be in that soil. You're going to be uprooted and rooted into some better soil so you can grow. Allows you to grow. So like talking about the snake. The snake, hey, sheds its skin because, they want those parasites. Get rid of those parasites. And like I said, the planet that rules over this major arcana is Pluto. And like I said in the beginning of this video, America, Pluto return, America. Please, everyone, this too shall pass. America is just going through, a death, a transformation, but it has to transform. And when it goes through these transformations, things are gonna come up, yo. Fear. You have people who are fearing the change. And they're going out, they're killing people. Okay? Listen, more things are going to happen during this transformation, but please, y'all, stay in the light. Stay in the light. And one of the reasons, many reasons why I wanted to come out and make this video, and I know it's probably all over the place, but again, I just see a lot of people killing themselves, and change, death is not, it is not comfortable, it is scary. Okay, you will have suicidal thoughts. I mean, you might not want to be here anymore, you just don't know what's going on, but please, y'all, we need you here with us. It's going to be okay. Get the sun will come out. Okay, this too shall pass. All right. I remember, let me just close this video out with this story, if I could remember the story correctly, but I was invited to my mom's church. My mom invited me to her Christmas tea party. And it was a nice event. It was like a tea party, you had your little hors d'oeuvres. The guys came around and, served the women their tea, whatever they want. But I think it was the pastor's wife's friend. I don't know her title, but she was telling the story about the gingerbread man. And at that time, I was going through so many changes, and I was having so many tower moments, and just every answer for me was no, 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 no. And, I was just really confused. But when she was telling the story of this baker and the gingerbread was suffering, he didn't want to be in the oven. So the baker wanted to create this cookie, the gingerbread. So he got his dough out, right? Roll out the dough, stretching, the dough's arms, all of this. So, he made the form of the gingerbread. Okay. I have to cook this cookie. So in order to make it better, I have to put it in the oven, so it becomes something great, So the baker puts it, in the oven, for a couple of minutes, and the gingerbread is like, please don't leave me in this oven. I'm suffering. Please get me out. Okay, the baker gets the gingerbread out. Something's missing. You need your eyes. Need to decorate you some. You gotta go through some shit, right? To get your rank, your decorations. So the baker's putting on, it's decorating the gingerbread man. Gingerbread's like, oh. I thought I was done. Why? The baker's like, you're not done yet. You're not done yet. You have to go back in that oven. Gingerbread. Why? Please, I'm burning, I'm hurting, I'm suffering. Please get me out of here. Please. The baker, gets the gingerbread out the oven. Oh, please. Why are you doing this to me? It hurts. Okay, so the baker's done. Gingerbread is like, why? In such despair. Because it's hurting, it's suffering. Have to keep going into this oven, having to feel this heat, this pressure. Oh my God. But that story, thinking about it, it's transforming the gingerbread, And the baker, she said the baker, when he took the gingerbread out the oven, he told the gingerbread man, like, now you're complete, now you're done. But you had to go through all of this suffering, pain, to transform into, I created you out of my likeness. I wanted you to transform into something great, something better. And so, pain comes with that, and so while hearing that story, and I wish I would have recorded it, because she said it so great. She said it better than me. But the meaning that I got from it was like, wow, this is what God is doing to me right now. He's transforming me. I'm not ready yet. Just making me better. So that's the video of transformation. Hey, I'm gonna be putting out more stuff, more content. Again, this is my first time, so I'm a little, but hey, We Are One. We Are One Productions. We Are One Productions. My name is Medina. Yes. So I'm here to, spread messages of light, love, peace, and just do that. And family, stay safe out there. Stay prayed up, meditate, always find the light. Love y'all.